we picked up just a parts truck to start snagging parts from. This one's kind of unfortunate. Transmission went bad in this like maybe a dozen years ago or more. And so the guy just parked it. It's been parked inside the whole time in the back corner of his shop. And just over the years, it's been cannibalized some to get parts for other stuff. And so at this point, it's, I don't even know what year it is, 91 maybe-ish, 2500, two-wheel drive. But no rust, but it's just been cannibalized to the point that it just wouldn't be cost effective to try to save it because it just needs too much. But it's a shame to see a rust-free truck just get parted out also. But yeah, the steering column's been ganked out of it. Interior's been, a lot of it's been removed. Some of the dash pieces have been taken out. But a lot of good stuff here still. I mean, we're gonna take a lot off of it. The doors and windshield will go in that black step side, and then we can start working on getting that thing painted. Truck's been in the background for a few years now, and I just finally got around to sealing that deal and getting it over here. But the engine is probably, I don't know, I'm thinking to put it in the Nova. I'm really struggling though, because I would like the Nova to have a little bit more power than what this offers. It has a 4L80 in it, so we'll probably get that rebuilt. We're still deciding on what engines end up where, but this engine will go somewhere, of course. It only had like 80,000 miles on it. Thinking that rear end is a 14 volt, what they call the semi-floater. I'm thinking that'll go in the black truck as well. I found axles that you could swap out with this. The 454 SS was this rear end, but with 5 lug axles. I found those axles. I mean, they're proud of them. They're like $310 a piece, but still, for that price, we could have a 14 bolt. Yeah, it should be the same width as what's in the black truck already. That's where we're at. Wish I had some more focused work that had been done, but hey, it hasn't. It's been all over the place. You know, just for the heck of it, I'm gonna throw a battery in this thing just to see what it does. Notice it still had good coolant. The coolant cap was missing, but just do another cap on there for now. Not that I expect to run it, if it even runs long enough to heat it up, but just throw a battery in the thing and just find out. Power draw somewhere. Battery should have plenty of juice in it, so we might have something going on here. Starter locking in maybe? see what it does this time. Maybe it's the starter. Find out. Did it again. That's not the engine, so something to ponder. I pulled the starter out, bench tested it, and it seemed okay. It didn't go the first time after I spun the gear, then it would spin. So debated, do I want to get a new starter or do I put it back in and give it a try? I mean, time is money, but money is money also. So I took a guess that maybe it just kind of got corroded under the brushes and was stopping it from kicking off the first time, but once I spun it on the bench, it seemed good. So I put it back in and the engine turns over now. So we're gonna feed it a little fuel and see if we can get it to spark off maybe. If I don't pour it all over the truck first. Yeah, we'll see. All right, that's better than I could have hoped for. So if I can clean up the fuel system, we should have an engine. I mean, this thing sat for probably 14 years that I know of, or more. And it's probably stupid because I'm sure that fuel is bad. But we're gonna pour a little more in here just to, probably gonna suck a bunch of crap through there that I shouldn't be doing. But sometimes I do stupid things. Those gauges have kind of a weird sweep to them, but if I'm reading it right, it's saying that that fuel tank is completely full. That would be bad. Oil pressure is good though, so that's good. Well, since I'm tearing this engine out of here, I guess I don't even care about the fuel system. So we know it runs, it's got oil pressure, we'll yank it out of here, and then we can worry about the fuel supply when it goes in, wherever it's gonna end up. What I'm struggling with is how to fit all the pieces of the puzzle together. I'm just like chasing my tail mentally about what I want to do. I've got this truck we just picked up, 350 TBI with like 90,000 miles on it, good engine. It has a 4L80 in it that is junk, and I've got a 454 that I've got all the parts for, that broke down, ordered some AFR heads, because I'm like, if I'm that deep in it, I want to go ahead and finish it off good, so it'll have a roller cam, just a street engine. I'm not trying to build a race car. Then I've got a 8.1 with an Allison transmission on it. It'll need rebuilt, and the pieces I'm trying to put stuff into are the Skylark. That's going to be my car. I want it to have enough power to be fairly impressive on the street. I'm not trying to, run 10s or anything like that. I want to be able to drive it every day if I want to. Then I've got the Nova for my wife. She doesn't know about this one yet, but that was her first car, was a 76 Nova, so we got this for her. And so this is the one that's getting done first. I would like to have it ready for her birthday, but now I don't think I'm going to make that. That's in July. I don't think I'll get it done that fast. Hers just had a 6-cylinder in it, and she's not, particularly, a heavy well, she drives fast, but she's not you know, trying to race anybody at a stoplight or anything. And I'm not really either these days, but I want to be able to if I want to. And so what do I put in this? Sometimes I'm like, I'll just put the 350 out of the pickup in there, and that'll be more than enough power. It's like 210 horsepower or something, 300 foot-pounds of torque. But then I'm like, yo, is that enough? I mean, it doesn't feel like enough, really. And so, you know, I could soup that up a little bit. I don't know. So this one, I'm like 90% committed. I'm going to get a 700 R4 to put in so I don't have to mess with the computer stuff. Get one that's been beefed up a little bit. The rear end in this is a 7.5, so it's trash. If we're going to put, I mean, it'd be fine if I put that 310 horsepower 350 in front of it, but if I go much more than that, we'll need to do the rear end, which I'm okay with too. Then got the OBS. It's got the 4.3 6-cylinder in it now. It runs, but obviously it could use a little more power. And that's where it's really tempting to just put the engine out of that white truck in there, because it would just be a direct frickin' bolt in. Just swap the computer chips, and you know, it would just be so simple to put it in there. And that's got the 5-speed in it. I mean, even with that 4.3, with that 5-speed, it feels quick because of the gearing ratio there. And with that 350 in front of it, it would just feel that much quicker. That's like a super easy path of where to put that 350. And then we've got, get it out of the sun. We got the other Buick. This one is getting the cheapest of everything we can do. We're not going to throw money at this one. But so I might even just put that 305. This engine's locked up, and I don't really want to put the money. The other engine's okay, it turns, but it overheated, so it's got at least a head gasket blown, maybe more. Between the two Buick 350s, I could probably get one running, but I don't really want to put the money into a Buick 350. I know you Buick guys will hate me for that, but that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm even thinking maybe just throw that 305 in here, because it'll be left over, the one that's in the Nova now. So that's kind of what, I don't know what to put where. I just keep struggling. Like last night I was committed. I was going to put the 454 into the Nova and just go from there. And then today I get here and I'm like, I don't know, do I want to put a 454 in there? It'll be an awful tight fit. Time-wise is already going to be a crunch to get it ready for her. I don't know that she would necessarily even care about that. And so then I'm back to a 350 would just be so much simpler. You know, and then talking about it here hasn't cleared my head, so I'll just keep accumulating parts and moving forward with what I know I want to do, and we'll figure it out as we go. I guess that also other thought was that Allison in that black OBS, or I mean the 8.1 with the Allison in there could be pretty cool too. Or maybe just not even use the Allison. What do you guys think?